Right, good morning everybody and welcome to, good to have everybody on board this morning. Let's just see if you're all online and awake. Pop a good morning in the chat, and what would be great is if you can just let us know if you're studying, whether you're at one of our wonderful universities in South Africa or elsewhere around the world. Do pop a good morning in the chat, just confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. And we'll wait for a few more people to get on board, and then we'll get into the content of the webinar. So just let us know that you can hear and see everything, and we'll get started as soon as possible. So we've got quite a few concurrent viewers coming on board. Good morning, Tabile. Thanks for letting us know that you're having a good day so far, and that's fantastic. And I see YouTube is struggling a little bit this morning, but hopefully the live stream will work for us. So let's see if we've got a few more people coming on board. We've extended this invite to a couple of other universities this morning. So good morning, Chapiso. Thanks. Yes, good morning from your coach. It's great to get into these weekly webinars and just to provide you guys with some value. And this morning we're going to be talking LinkedIn and how you can build your network and how you can build your profile. And we'll also touch on some techniques that you can use in interviews, and these are all just important things. Even though you're studying at the moment, also important that you think about your employability beyond university. And of course, one of your primary goals of being at university is to get that degree, get that qualification, and that's of course what's going to go on your CV. But there's a lot more around that you want to build up in terms of a profile. So good morning, University of Pretoria. I see we've got a few there. Do we have any from Wits this morning? Do we have any from University of Johannesburg? Good morning, Wilco. Good morning, Mabose. Good morning, Edgar. Great to have you guys on board. Looks like we've got lots of concurrent viewers this morning, so really looks like we're going to have an absolutely fantastic webinar this morning. All right, we'll give morning, Machadiso. Thank you for coming back. I've seen you a couple of times on the webinar, so have people coming back and getting involved. And of course, guys, we run a very vibrant community. There's a Facebook group. Of course, you're on YouTube, so make sure that you subscribe and like the videos. I put content out pretty much every day, just useful insights about academic life and being successful as a student. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear us. That's great news. Everything looks like it's working well today. So technology is on our side, which is fantastic. And those of you that were in the last webinar, we talked about digital disruption and digital transformation. And these are just important things that are disrupting the world today. But we don't want it to disrupt our webinar this morning, because we've got some great content to get through. So Bruce is on board, and he's from University of Pretoria. So Bruce, thanks for saying how's it and joining us this morning on the webinar. So just by way of introduction, my name is Peter Alkema. I'm a student success coach, and I'll put a couple of links into the chat as we go. We've got Wits University. Peter, great to have you on board. I'm a proud Wits alumni myself, but of course these webinars are open to all university students and anybody who's going to get value from these. Which I think is trying to get ahead and maximize what they have achieved in their lives, so that they can get more done and make progress. So I completed my PhD earlier this year. Thanks, Fatima. Good morning. And as you can see there on the left, my graduation was from home, but I celebrated it with my family. And of course, a little bit of a pity that I didn't get to walk across the stage and receive my degree as I had looked forward to. Most of my degree as one. Again, you should never have expectations about how something is going to pan out, because it's often going to be quite different. Okay, so I have courses on Udemy, and we have our Facebook group, which is very vibrant, and I hope that a number of you will be able to join up just now. And of course, lots of content on YouTube. So you can get lots of value just by checking in, subscribing, having a look at the videos on a regular basis, and seeing what's there that you might find useful. Good morning, Shireen. Good morning, Shalik. Fantastic to have you guys on board this morning. So let's get into the content of the webinar for this morning. And what we're going to start off in the first part of it really is just looking at networking And just confirm for me, guys, that the content is changing on the screen. I see YouTube is struggling a bit with its live streaming this morning. So I've clicked through a couple of slides. We're on the first one that's talking about networking. And of course, you can just listen in and I'll take you through all the content that you'll need. And I'll put the links to all of this material in the chat group as well. So you're not going to miss out on anything. But a couple of points about networking. First of all, it is a network. It does take work and you will have to be patient, and it's something that you build up over time. It's something that as you make real life connections, you can set those connections up on LinkedIn or however else it is that you want to manage your network. I use LinkedIn extensively, and I'm going to take you just now into my own LinkedIn screen so that you can see exactly how they work and what will be useful for you to manage within LinkedIn. And very importantly, there must be some sort of exchange of value within a network. So even you having a coach or a mentor, it's just not a one-way traffic. You're also going to be giving them value in terms of them experiencing how to mentor you and how to mentor people with similar challenges. So very important that you understand the exchange of value that will transpire through networks. Of course, keep your relationships balanced and ethical. And I think just in the workplace, try and avoid, very close alliances. One of the things I teach in the course is, as you're trying to get ahead and build your careers, very important that you work first as a team player, and then, the individual success will come with that. And you should have a fairly broad network, in your workplace and in your career and in your industry. And LinkedIn is a very powerful way of managing that and understanding what works. And it'll also give you a good sense of who values what it is that you have to offer. And we'll talk a little bit about that just now. And Fatima, I'm glad that you're on the webinar today and that you just started writing up your dissertation. And I'll be providing you with lots of content this morning that will help you. So Fatima, please do stick around, and this is going to be perfect for you and you will get lots of value. Then I think just a couple of thoughts about how you position yourself, sum total of your internet presence. So just be aware of that in terms of where you have a public profile, and certainly from a workplace perspective, you need to maintain that level of profession, your workplace policies and guidelines for what you can and cannot post. But you are still an individual. You are still a person that has a right to make a statement about something. Just be considered about that, and always try something of some tangible, objective value based on your experience and your insights and your experience. And you can always then link some sort of opinion or, on top of that. So we've talked about LinkedIn. We've talked about being a team player. Also, a point worth making is that as you work through, in your career and you get further up, the achievements will come. The hard work will always generate the rewards, the outcome. And I think as you're building up your network and as you spend time in tools like LinkedIn, creating that profile, do the work, get into the effort of setting that up, and then those achievements, profile like LinkedIn, it gives you a very powerful way of documenting those achievements, and I'll show you that in my own profile just now. And of course, you're welcome what's in there and learn from that for yourself. So very important that you just position yourself. We all have a brand. We all have something to offer. When you're entering into the workplace and you're considering employers, and employers are considering you, then they're going to be considering your brand, what you have, as well as the core skills that you can bring place to create value, not only for the organization that you're working for, but of course also for the customers, products and services, or whatever it is that organization does in whatever industry. So LinkedIn